said, I'll just pick her up, throw her on the lawn, I'll tell her it's over. She said, that's right, you and me. I said, no trouble. I start to leave her bedroom, and she says, wait a minute. Let's see what she's making for dinner. They were fine after that. She was having a bad day. So just go along with them. I tried to argue with her. It wasn't any good. She stopped me. Hey, let's see what you made for dinner first. So, and then she Jessica was born in December. And
anything about that?
Oh, yeah. When she was born, for some reason we've been saying we didn't know if it was going to be girl or boy. We didn't check on it. So I came up with a stupid name. I said, well, name the kid Jasper. That way we can always talk about with your friends how Jasper feeling today. Instead of naming it, we don't know what it is. So when it came time to go in for her present to deliver, well, I hadn't gone to any of the classes because I've been on the road. So the doctor was the same doctor that used to take the blood pressures at the matches. He knew me, but I didn't remember him. I'm thinking how apropos this is now. Some quacks delivered my kid. But it was a good hospital, St. Vincent in Indianapolis. And he said, well, you ready to put your greens on? I didn't go to any classes as I was on the road. He was nothing you had to do. You just had to stand behind the bed.
You know what greens were? He said to put the greens on.
No, I thought he wanted me to do something for with a guy with keys. Put your greens on. Yeah, I knew because she had her stuff on her gown. So I thought, yeah. He said, no, I could do stand behind the bed and be there for moral support. So I'm standing behind the bed. Now I brought a survivor kit with me so I could get through the day. I had a little suitcase and I had a bottle of scotch in there. I had a roll of dimes and a phone book and a bag of fig Newtons. So now my wife's having this epidural, what did they call it?
Oh, epidural.
You gotta sit and breathe, right? And then go back. And then she went back. I said, you want a Newton? I don't want a Newton. She raised up again. Again. She said, you want a Newton? I don't want a Newton. She likes fig Newtons. But I had the dimes to call everybody. I had the phone books to call them. I had the scotches in my diamond hand. So finally, it's time to the river. And Jessica's starting to come out. And I'm nervous. And I see that they bring her out. So naturally, you look to see what it is. At the groin area, right? Well, each side of her vagina was swollen a bit. So it could have been testicles, right? So I looked around the bed and I said, there's no Peter. Cindy says, what? I said, there's no Peter. She said, no Peter. I said, no Peter. The doctor, and I'm walking around, the doctor says, hey, get behind the bed. It's a girl. So I went behind the bed, and then he took her and they put her underneath one of those French fryers, because she had afterbirth in her lungs, and she was there for a couple hours, and she got to go to nursery, bring her in to see Cindy. So then I went shopping, bought her everything she needed, fur coat, diamond rings. Then I used to buy her designer dresses when I realized, and he said, no, go to Walmart. I said, why? She said, look at it. I forgot. They grow about a half inch a week, and they throw up and shit on them. That's it. So then when we leave in the hospital, this is December now, it's cold. December 18th, she was born, we leave the hospital around the 20th, 21st, first day of winter. And I bought from my friend Scott Goodwine a 67 Ford Mustang, white top, blue body convertible. Cold now, Indianapolis. December in a convertible. So I drive over to the hospital. I know the guard out front. I said, I'm here to pick my wife up. I leave the car running here. I don't want to turn it off. It's cold. You sure, Bobby? So I leave the car running. So I go to the hospital. He brings Cindy down. in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
She got Jess in her lap. But I bought Jess what I call a traveling suit. It was a whole suit. It was red and white stripe with a red and white straight hat with a ball. She looked like a clown. So my mother's home waiting. So after she had delivered the baby, I went to the phone and dialed everybody. And I couldn't say I had a daughter. I dialed. I said, Steve? Yeah. I had a baby. What is it? I started crying. I was so happy. I started crying to everyone I called. So I called my mother first. Then I called her mother. Then I called my friends. And so then I went and got the car 2 days later and brought her back. And I'm going to the hospital to pick her up. She got her traveling suit on. And she's in a wheelchair. They bring her outside. I said, let me take the baby first. It's cold. So I opened the front door. I got the heater on full blast. I take Jessica and I put her on the front seat of the car. I shut the door. I go around, I get in the car, and I take off for home. I'm about 5 or 6 blocks from the hospital. I forgot Cindy. I turn around, I go back. She's sitting in the wheelchair. Her coat collar's up, the hair is blowing in the wind. She said, forgot me, huh? I said, no, I just wanted to go for a spin around the parking lot. I told her, I said, you beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him.
Put the word in the streets.